Good evening, everyone. I'm Keisha Marie Charles, and this is I.A.N. News.
The headlines. Economists hope steel plant reopening hopes for its issue. TPRC threatens legal action over police post. Siparia mayor says crime is under control. And CWUs demands fair TSTT compensation.
And coming up in sports, TKR touchdown, ready to bust down Jamaica. I've got your sports coming up later.
In our top story tonight, the reopening of the former ArcelorMittal steel plant at Point Lisas is being welcomed as a potential boost for Trinidad and Tobago's economy. One economist says the project could help ease foreign exchange pressures, create jobs and generate greater economic activity. Celine Bansilal reports.
A steel plant that has sat idle for more than a decade is now on track for a new lease of life, and economist Indira Sejwan Ali says beyond the restart of steel production, the project could have wider implications for the national economy. Ali says one of the major benefits could be an opportunity to earn foreign exchange through exports, thus curbing the country's shortage.
This is a project that is bringing billions of US dollars in terms of the initial investment that will take place to simply bring the plant up and running.
Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation initial investment is projected at $250 million US dollars. The restart phase is expected to create about 350 jobs with 500 full-time positions projected once operations get underway. A further $500 million US dollar investment is planned following an expansion, potentially doubling employment to about 1,000 jobs. Ali welcomes this move.
There has been quite some amount of unemployment, particularly in the energy sector, as we have seen some downstream plants either just shut down because of the inability to access gas, etc. So that here is an opportunity for employment to be generated.
She also expects the reopening to have a ripple effect across other areas of the economy, from government revenue to business activity and support for other industries. She says the project could create multiple economic benefits.
Benefits the government in terms of taxation, inflows into the coffers. Export is going to take place once this is operational. Exporting means increased foreign exchange coming in on an ongoing and a sustained basis. So from this perspective, I think it is a project that we should welcome.
But Ali says the reopening must be approached with a clear long-term strategy if the country is to get the full economic benefit. I.A.N Steel is targeting first production by the end of 2027. Ali says she welcomes that timeline, noting that the scale of the project means expectations must remain realistic. Celine Bansilal, I.A.N News.
Political analyst Dr. Bishnu Raghunath says the employment opportunities expected from the restart of the Point Lisa steel plant should be viewed within a medium to long-term time frame. Speaking to I.A.N News on Tuesday, Raghunath was commenting on plans by Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation to invest in the former ArcelorMittal facility and create hundreds of jobs. The company's initial investment is projected at US $500 million following expansions which could potentially increase employment to about 1,000 jobs. However, Raghunath says the employment projections should not be interpreted as an immediate solution to unemployment.
Have to really wait and see how first of all, when the plant is actually going to be up and running, and then we can talk about it afterwards as to how much jobs is being created.
He also stressed the importance of bringing dormant industrial plants back into operation, saying the reopening of the steel facility could set an example for other plants that have remained inactive for extended periods.
Question is, how long does it take and where is the investment coming from and so on? So we've now found that there are investors in the steel plant. So we wait and see how long that will take us in getting things started. There are other plants that need to be brought back online. We wait and see, because all of that too depends upon the availability of natural gas to run those plants.
A row between the People's National Movement held Tunapuna-Piako Regional Corporation and the government over the establishment of a police post has escalated, with Chairman Josiah Austin threatening legal action. More in this report.
Chairman of the Tunapuna-Piako Regional Corporation, Josiah Austin, has slammed what he said is continued disrespect from the government concerning the construction of the foundation for a police post at Eddie Hart grounds in Tacarigua. In a video posted to Facebook, the DPRC chairman said he will write to the National Gas Company concerning the compressed natural gas lines that run into an adjoining compound.
It's like a neighbor that came into your yard, built in your backyard, and you are begging for consultation. You are asking, please and please, can you meet with us? I am here to also announce that we will be taking legal action because this disrespect cannot continue. And this is a fight for all of local government.
Mr. Austin said the corporation is awaiting word from the Urban Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago on a request for a meeting. The TPRC chairman repeated his call for consultation on the way forward. Dolly Soguralal, I.A.N. News.
Superior Borough Corporation Mayor Dudnath Meru says despite recent criminal activity, crime remains under control in the borough. Meru was speaking to I.A.N. News on Tuesday following a meeting last Monday with Deputy Commissioner of Police Suzette Martin and other officers from the Southwestern Division. Celine Banzilal has more.
Superior Borough Corporation Mayor Dudnath Meru says he was pleased with the outcome of the meeting, during which police outlined the measures being taken to address crime and public safety concerns in the borough.
And they outline what they have been doing, and I think they have, from what they told me, I think they have the crime situation in Superior under control. I'm very pleased at the outcome of that meeting and what was said at that meeting.
The mayor comments comes after 6 people were killed in 4 separate incidents in the Superior district within a month. The killings occurred between June 19th and July 18th, where 39-year-old Oisi Paquette and Tobagonian Nicholas Mark were killed. Paquette's brother, Akil Paquette, also known as Shaka, was shot dead. A former cyclist known as Dennis Achaji was found dead inside an outhouse at his home. Also, 29-year-old Kwame Paris, also known as Six, and 25-year-old Tishon Baptiste, also known as Black Boy, were gunned down at Sanan Village. Meanwhile, Meru says the Superior Borough Corporation has also approved a mural to honor 12-year-old Mercedes Lane. Lane was found dead on June 7th, and police previously reported that she died as a result of blunt force injuries. Meru says following discussions with the council, approval was given for the mural, which he says will serve as a tribute to the young girl.
There's not something that will happen quickly. It's something that we have to find funding for and so on. We are actively pursuing that. Up to last week we discussed it, but we have already gotten council approval.
The mayor says the mural is part of the borough's effort to remember Lane and keep her memory alive within the community. He also says the council will continue working with the police to address crime and maintain the safety of residents. Celine Bansilal, I.A.N. News.
PPTT President David Campbell and the National Gas Company Chairman Gerald Ramdeen updated the nation on the company's recently concluded negotiations with respect to the cross-border mannequin Coquina field at Monday's signing ceremony at the Diplomatic Center in St. Anne's. The ceremony was part of U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Lando's official visit to Trinidad. More in this report.
After recent negotiations, BPTT and the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago have signed off on a partnership with respect to Block 5B of the Mannequin gas field. The NGC will hold a 20% participating interest in that field, whilst BP will retain an 80% interest in the field. The NGC's acquisition of a 20% stake, Campbell said, further strengthens the partnership between the two companies as we advance the development of a unitized mannequin Coquina Trinidad Venezuela cross-border development. The company currently holds an exploration and production license for the Coquina field in Venezuela, with BP holding an 80% interest and NGC holding a 20% interest. This, he said, marks another significant milestone in advancing the development of the mannequin Coquina resources and BP's long-term partnership with Trinidad and Tobago.
BP's enduring partnership with NGC has long been a cornerstone of Trinidad and Tobago's gas industry, and this agreement further aligns and strengthens our shared interests as we advance the nation's energy sector. We look forward to continuing to work closely with NGC and the Government of Trinidad and Tobago to progress a project that has the potential to bring new gas supplies to market and reinforce the country's long-term energy security and deliver shared benefits across the region.
Campbell also reaffirms BP's commitment to Trinidad's energy industry with its investment in the Calypso gas project.
I'm also happy to share that BP has agreed to acquire Woodside Energy's 70% interest in Block TTDAA14, the Calypso gas project. In Trinidad and Tobago's deep water, increasing BP's stake to 100% and assuming, importantly, operatorship. Calypso is an early-stage deep-water natural gas project offshore Trinidad and Tobago. Calypso and the deep-water resources have the potential to play a significant role in supporting future upstream growth and gas supply for the country. This transaction is expected to close by the end of 2026 and is subject, of course, to approval by the government and regulators.
Campbell said BP is proud of the partnership that it has built with Trinidad and Tobago over 65 years and is committed to working with the government to unlock the TNT's energy future together. Ramdeen said the signing of the agreement with BPTT and the Trinidad National Gas Company marks the defining achievement of an alliance uniting two trusted partners.
This is a project that was sanctioned in 2015. And what we've done in a little over a year was what could not have been done in 10 years under the last administration. These negotiations are very hard negotiations, and I would like to pay respect to the manner in which those negotiations were conducted by BPTT. Mr. Campbell, you've proven again, as we expect, you are a true friend of Trinidad and Tobago, and we congratulate you on what you've done and the way in which you treated Trinidad and Tobago and the National Gas Company throughout these negotiations. The parties are proud to mark the defining achievement of this alliance. BP and NGC have agreed to partner across the Manikin-Coquina field, uniting two trusted partners. It opens a decisive new chapter in the responsible development of the nation's cross-border gas resources for the enduring benefit of Trinidad and Tobago. A core and continuing role. As trusted partners, BP and the NGC remain central to advancing Trinidad and Tobago's energy security, economic vitality, and standing in the wider energy landscape. A commitment to the future. The parties reaffirm their commitment to work together with integrity, ambition, and mutual respect to safeguard the energy future of Trinidad and Tobago and its people.
The Communication Workers Union is calling on TSCT Chairman Kern Das to demonstrate what it describes as responsible corporate leadership. Here's more.
In a statement, the CWU also urged Mr. Das to ensure the interests of employees are considered alongside the company's financial performance. The union's call followed outstanding negotiations for a 10% wage increase for workers. It said the chairman has a responsibility to provide effective governance, hold management accountable, and protect TSTT's long-term sustainability. The CWU argued that workers are critical stakeholders whose contributions should be recognized through fair treatment, collective bargaining, and appropriate compensation. The union warned that celebrating profits while overlooking workers' sacrifices and outstanding compensation could damage employee morale and ultimately undermine the company. The CWU has already signaled its intention to stop operations if negotiations are not settled. Dalisa Guralal, I.A.N. News.
You're watching I.A.N. News. More after the break.
We'll be right back. Do you have breaking news, community news, and upcoming events? Contact our newsroom at 226-1-I.A.N. or 259-4-I.A.N. or email us at iannetworknews@gmail.com.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
2 murders recorded in Trinidad and Tobago this year came from altercations, revenge attacks, and domestic disputes, not organized gang warfare. According to figures cited by the Prime Minister, altercations accounted for 40 murders, revenge for 30, and domestic disputes for 12.
Since 2024, altercations, revenge, and domestic disputes have been linked to 371 lives lost. Many began as everyday disagreements that escalated beyond control.
Some erupted suddenly, fueled by anger, jealousy, alcohol, or drugs. A few seconds of lost control created permanent consequences for entire families. Gang violence can be attacked differently. Security services can identify criminal networks, locate weapons, target known offenders, and disrupt planned activity. The figures show progress. Gang-related murders fell from 273 in 2024 to 122 in 2025 and 78 so far this year. That decline shows the impact of stronger national security operations under the state of emergency. But police cannot make personal choices for citizens. Years ago, the Archbishop of Port of Spain asked where all this anger was coming from and how ordinary citizens were helping to increase it. The country is reducing gang violence. Saving more lives now requires restraint, forgiveness, and the courage to walk away. Let love have the last word.
Your dream home starts at Advertise Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Daybay.
I.A.N offers over 25 years of experience, are retinal specialist and the latest cutting-edge equipment. We handle diagnostic and surgical needs for retinal, cataract, glaucoma, pediatric and diabetic eye care. Also glasses. We provide it all under one roof. Our head office is located seconds off the Freeport flyover. Branches also in North, South and Tobago. Call 349-EYES for more information. Payment plans are available. I.A.N, taking eye care into the future.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N network.
Welcome back, everyone. The United National Congress is mourning the loss of party stalwart Councillor for Reform Manahambre, Vashti Suku. The party confirmed her passing this morning. In a statement, the UNC executive, along with its membership, has extended heartfelt condolences to the family, friends, colleagues, fellow councillors of Vashti Suku, the Councillor for Reform Manahambre. Describing Ms. Suku as a true stalwart and dedicated servant, the UNC said she served her community with dedication, kindness, and an unwavering commitment to the people. The party said her passing is a tremendous loss not only to the community, but to the wider UNC family and all those whose lives she's touched through her service. Naparima MP Dr. Narendra Rupnarayan said Ms. Suku was a compassionate and caring person who was always willing to lend a helping hand. He added her genuine love for people and dedication to uplifting her community were evident in the work she did and the lives she touched. Dr. Rupnarayan said her kindness, commitment to community, and unwavering service will never be forgotten. In other news, the Prison Officers Association of Trinidad and Tobago has expressed concerns about security risks associated with inadequate surveillance infrastructure at the nation's prisons. More in this report.
In a news release today, the association said the recent incidents involving individuals throwing or attempting to throw contraband over the walls of Port of Spain prison highlight the urgent need for a modern and comprehensive CCTV surveillance system throughout our prisons. On Tuesday, a man was seen fleeing on foot early Tuesday morning after allegedly attempting to throw a package over the perimeter wall of the Port of Spain prison. According to the Trinidad and Tobago Prison Service, the incident occurred at approximately 6:45 a.m. near the intersection of Gordon Street and Pembroke Street. Prisons officers reportedly observed the unidentified man attempting to throw the package into the prison compound. As officers moved towards him, the man reportedly ran from the area, still carrying the package. He escaped before the item could be introduced into the facility. The prison service said the man was dressed in a blue top and cream-colored long pants. The incident comes as authorities continue efforts to prevent prohibited items and contraband from entering correctional facilities. The Prison Officers Association said a modern system would strengthen security both inside and outside the prison walls, assist officers in detecting suspicious activity and attempted contraband deliveries, monitor internal movements, preserve evidence, and provide valuable intelligence to support investigations.
And the news now coming in responding to the Communication Workers Union concerns. In a statement on Tuesday, TSTT says negotiations with the CWU remain ongoing through the established collective bargaining process and no settlement has been reached. The company says it remains committed to engaging the union in good faith while maintaining the continuity and reliability of telecommunications to customers and the wider national community. TSTT says its aim is to reach a responsible and sustainable outcome that is in the best interest of both its employees and the organization. And despite signs of deterioration along sections of the Chaguaramas Boardwalk, members of the public continue to flock to the popular recreational space. While some areas are in need of attention, visitors say they are still finding ways to enjoy what the facility has to offer. Celine Banzilal has more.
Notwithstanding the deterioration along sections of the Chaguaramas Boardwalk, members of the public continue to make use of the facility. I.A.N. News visited the site where several people were seen enjoying the unaffected areas of the boardwalk and surrounding recreational spaces. Children played, families gathered, and others took advantage of the opportunity to get some fresh air. But just a short distance away, the condition of parts of the 1,400-foot walkway tells a different story. Missing and unsecured boards have created gaps along sections of the walkway, raising concerns about the safety of those using the facility. For many, the attraction remains the same: the open space, the scenery, and the opportunity to spend time outdoors. But they also want the facility maintained, and there could soon be some answers on the state of the boardwalk. Today, members of the Chaguaramas Development Authority were on site. Officials were seen taking measurements of the affected areas and assessing the condition of the facility. Their presence comes amid growing concerns about the maintenance and safety of the popular attraction. The Chaguaramas Development Authority was contacted for comment on the condition of the boardwalk and the assessment being conducted, but no response has been given up to news time. Celine Bansilal, I.A.N. News.
It's now time for a look at sports. James, what's happening with TKR?
Well, that is the million-dollar question everybody seems to be asking, but they've just been welcomed to Jamrock, and well, they're there to win, according to Captain Akil Hussein. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more in this podcast.
We'll be right back.
You can now follow us for breaking news on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Follow us for breaking news. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us for breaking news on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back to school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
Do you have breaking news, community news, and upcoming events? Contact our newsroom at 226-1-I.A.N. or 259-4-I.A.N. or email us at iannetworknews@gmail.com.
Makoya, discover the all-new India in Style Expo, the exciting new chapter following Incredible India Expo. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. opposite the Center of Excellence. Shop beautiful bridal and temple wear, jewelry, footwear, home furnishings, decor, puja items, and much more. Try some of the delicious items at Zaika Restaurant and enjoy refreshing drinks from AK Juice Center. India in Style Expo, a complete Indian shopping and lifestyle experience.
Fab India Expo in Chaguanas is open every day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fresh containers have arrived with brand new stocks. Exciting new merchants have joined us, bringing a huge variety of products at unbeatable bargains. Indulge in spa services, soothing chumpy massages, and taste authentic Indian cuisine. Fab India Expo, endless variety, endless value.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
All right, we start sports on the front foot where the Trinbago Knight Riders have arrived in Jamaica as the defending Caribbean Premier League champions continue their quest for back-to-back titles. Well, Team TKR touched down ahead of a crucial stretch of matches at Savannah Park, where the CPL returns to Jamaican soil for the first time since 2019, would you believe? Captain Akil Hussein says the team's mindset remains unchanged no matter the venue. He stressed that the priority is securing 2 points and maintaining the momentum that carried TKR to the last season's championship.
Well, yeah, we're here to get 2 points as well. We know the crowd does play a big factor. And, you know, they're very supportive of their home team, of their hometown heroes as well, Andre Russell, Rovman Powell. So we know what we're going to come up against. But at the end of the day, once you cross the line, you know, it's who played the best on that particular day.
All the Knight Riders opened the 2026 campaign with a victory over the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots and now head into a challenging away environment against the Kingsmen side backed by passionate home support. Captain Akil Hussein says the team's mindset remains unchanged no matter the venue. He also acknowledged the energy Jamaican fans bring to Savannah Park and encouraged supporters to enjoy the cricket while respecting the competitive spirit of the tournament.
Yes, it's lovely to be back in Jamaica. So, you know, we urge the fans, even though we're the opposition team, we urge the fans to come out and support and give back that love and support to cricket. You know, it's back here. CPL is back here. We're very happy. I'm sure a lot of fans are excited. Come out and show that excitement and give us that nice buzzing crowd. We look forward to that.
Oh, just like hot air rises, bad news sinks as the West Indies cricket has hit another major low, and former fast bowler Tony Gray believes that the latest setback is a symptom of a much deeper problem. Well, the men in maroon will have to go through the 2027 ICC World Cup qualifiers after Afghanistan secured the final automatic qualification spot. All that means that the West Indies have now failed to qualify directly for the World Cup for the third straight tournament. For Gray, the issue goes beyond rankings or results. He says the region has lost the development system that once produced generations of world-class cricketers, with players increasingly drawn towards franchise T20 cricket, while first-class cricket continues to weaken. He's calling for a complete overhaul of the cricket pipeline, beginning with stronger school and club competitions, renewed investment in 4-day regional cricket, and a research-driven approach to coaching and player development.
Well, the first things first is research. I think that we lack profound knowledge in the West Indies as it pertains to cricket, right? We don't do the analytical research, and that's something that we have to do. Because we cannot be the best team in the world, a dominant team for over 15 years, and then languishing in the bottom of all formats of the game, really and truly. So it's disheartening, and the fact is that if we don't have the knowledge, we can't implement the knowledge. And I think this is part of the problem. We have to revamp everything. We have to look at what is happening in the school system, the club system, and the highest level of regional cricket. We have to look at how we train our athletes, the cricketers, what we put inside their systems, because
Gray also believes universities across the Caribbean should play a role in introducing cricket studies and sport research programs that combine performance analysis with the history and cultural significance of West Indies cricket.
Said it time and time again ad nauseum that the universities throughout the Caribbean should have courses on West Indies cricket. I mean, if you look at indentureship and slavery, we often repeat that in the minds of our people, and that's the darkest part of our history. One of the brightest parts of our history is West Indies cricket. The passing of Sir Gary Sobers recently, the way we really honor these soldiers of the past, people who have made an indelible contribution and an impactful contribution in our lives, not just as sportsmen, but in everybody's lives, should be honored by implanting in the education system the efforts that they put on the field and off the field too, and the impact it had in West Indies society. So that's the way we honor people like that, and we have to use the universities, not just the universities, but before the universities, primary school. West Indies cricket should be implemented in primary school, secondary schools, and tertiary institutions throughout the region.
Sir Anthony Hollis Gray, Trinidad and Tobago's next generation of football talent, is set for a major regional test. The TTFA has named the 18-member squad for the 2026 CFU Under-14 Boys Challenge Series, which begins on August 16th in the Dominican Republic. Head coach Randolph Boyce will lead the Young Warriors in Tier 1 Group B, where they will face Puerto Rico, Haiti, and French Guyana in 3 matches across 3 days.
I am pleased with the progress. The guys has been coming out consistently, and they have been putting in the work diligently. Obviously, we would be happy to have some more time, but for the time that we've been in preparation, the fitness has grown, the tactical understanding of what we want them to do have grown, the decision making and how they approach the game with the philosophy that we want to employ with them. We have seen growth in those areas as well.
The squad has spent the past several weeks in preparation, as you'll see here, with the coaching staff focusing on technical development, discipline, and adapting to the demands of international football. The CFU Under-14 Challenge Series is a key pathway competition for Caribbean football, giving young players valuable international exposure while helping national associations identify talent for future age group teams.
Going into the tournaments, I think that we thought that we were underprepared, but I think that we can honestly go into this tournament and come out with a great result for our country. Representing my country at this level, it's honestly a great feeling for me. This is my first tryout, and representing my country is honestly one of my big dreams.
All right, my big dream is to see a win for TKR, the Windies, and of course the Under-14s. That is it for me. For the team, I'm James Saunders. I'm going to dance out of here. Catch ya later.
We'll be right back.
Feeling safe should not depend on how far you live from the nearest police station.
That is why the government is establishing 30 new police posts across Trinidad and Tobago.
Each police post will bring police and military personnel closer to the communities they serve. They will cover major roads, transport routes, busy junctions, and other important locations.
They will support existing police stations, strengthen patrols, and widen the national security network. And more officers are coming. New recruits are joining the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
That means more trained officers available to protect communities and respond when citizens need help. The purpose is simple: stronger presence, faster access to assistance, and greater confidence in public spaces. 30 police posts, more police officers, one connected national network, protecting you and your family.
Promises made, promises kept.
Extra Foods has champion savings. Plenty specials just for you. April parboiled rice, 3 packs for $20. Country House table margarine, 3 sticks for $20. Nature's Hot almond milk, 1 liter, $20. Indomie instant noodles, 7 packs for $20. Bumblebee light tuna, 3 tins for $20. Happy pasta cuts, 4 packs for $20. And so much more. We are the home of plenty for 20 deals, keeping prices affordable in TNT. Nobody beats our prices. Extra Foods. Always extra for less.
Your dream home starts at Advertise Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Daybay.
You can now follow us for breaking news on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Follow us for breaking news. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us for breaking news on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Thanks for staying with us. Trinidad and Tobago and the world are celebrating World Steel Pan Day 2026 today. We now share some highlights from the celebrations. Raman Bitters from Angostura Holdings Limited has recorded an after-tax profit of $62 million for the first half of 2026. This and more in our business brief.
In its financial statements for the 6 months ended June 30th, Angostura said it delivered a, quote, resilient performance despite international softness, significantly higher local excise duties, and gross margin pressure, close quote. Consolidated revenue was $468 million, 4% below the prior year, while profit after tax fell by 8%. Chairman Gary Hunt said strong local growth, progress across our growth portfolio, and disciplined expense management provide a sound base for improved performance. Hunt said local businesses continue to demonstrate remarkable perseverance. Revenue, he said, increased by 7% over the prior year despite the unprecedented increase in excise duties in the local market. Angostura, he said, recognizing the importance of protecting consumers and preserving market share, deliberately absorbed a significant portion of the higher taxes rather than passing the full increase on through pricing. International markets, Hunt said, remained challenging as softer consumer demand across parts of the global beverage industry, geopolitical uncertainty, and ongoing trade disruptions continued to impact sales in several regions. The board has declared an interim dividend of 8 cents per share. Canto's 41st Annual Conference and Trade Exhibition is currently underway at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. For the 5th consecutive year, Liberty Caribbean has returned as headline sponsor of the region's leading telecommunications and ICT gathering, taking place under the theme Elevate the Caribbean from Connectivity to Global Competitiveness. This year's conference comes at an important moment for the region as advances in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, 5G, satellite connectivity, and other emerging technologies reshape economies and create new opportunities for businesses and consumers. The conference will explore how the Caribbean can move beyond connectivity to unlock innovation, strengthen economic competitiveness, and create sustainable opportunities in an increasingly digital global economy. Delivering the sponsor's address at the opening ceremony, Waldo Hooker, Vice President and General Manager, South Caribbean and Liberty Caribbean, highlighted the company's commitment to helping build a more connected, resilient, and competitive Caribbean. Connectivity has transformed the Caribbean, but the opportunity before us is much bigger, said Hooker. Liberty Caribbean are the operators of Flow, BTC, and Liberty Business. The conference concludes tomorrow.
Actress Diane Keaton's unmistakable style is taking center stage once again, this time at an auction. From custom designer pieces to artwork from her personal collection, hundreds of items that help define one of Hollywood's most recognizable fashion icons are set to go under the hammer in New York. The sale offers a rare look at the wardrobe that transformed Keaton's signature menswear-inspired style into a lasting fashion legacy. Here's more in this fashion segment.
For decades, Diane Keaton has been known as much for her distinctive fashion as for her award-winning performances on screen. Now, fans and collectors are getting a rare opportunity to own a piece of that legacy. Bonhams, New York is preparing to auction pieces from Keaton's personal wardrobe alongside artwork and other items from her collection. Among the highlights are custom Ralph Lauren designs, creations by Japanese fashion house Comme des Garçons, and the iconic bowler hats that became synonymous with Keaton's signature look. Her style first captured international attention in the late 1970s after Annie Hall, where oversized tailoring, waistcoats, ties, and hats challenged traditional women's fashion and inspired generations of designers. The upcoming auction reveals how Keaton blended luxury fashion with vintage finds and theatrical accessories to create a look that was entirely her own. While the collection is expected to attract bidders from around the world, its influences reaches far beyond Hollywood. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, designers continue to embrace tailored silhouettes, structured suiting, and individual expression, elements that Keaton helped bring into mainstream nearly 5 decades ago.
The island of Barbados spent the day under a dust haze advisory issued at 6 a.m. by the Barbados Meteorological Service. More in this report.
In a 6 a.m. bulletin, the BMS said satellite imagery showed a thick plume of moderate dust haze over the island and its waters. The BMS warned of reduced visibility across the island and its marine waters. The Meteorological Service added that dust concentrations were expected to gradually decrease through the morning, with conditions forecast to improve during the afternoon. Authorities urged residents to monitor updates from the BMS, the Department of Emergency Management, and the Government Information Service, as well as local media, and to follow guidance from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. A water prohibition notice is set to take effect in Jamaica on Monday, August 17th. According to the Ministry of Water, Environment and Climate Change, the decision follows a high-level stakeholder meeting on Monday with the National Water Commission and the Meteorological Services, which confirmed that rainfall levels remain critically low and temperatures continue to soar. The prohibition orders will apply to Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Thomas, St. Mary, Portland, St. Anne, and St. Catherine, and will remain in force until further notice. Under the orders, no person shall use or cause water supplied by the NWC to be used for non-essential or unusual purposes. Prohibited activities include irrigation or watering of gardens, lawns, grounds, and farms, refilling or supplying of ponds or swimming pools and or for use other than normal domestic services such as drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, and sanitation. Washing of vehicles with the use of a hose. Watering or washing of roadways, pavements, paths, garages, or outrooms. And any activity requiring excessive or unusual quantities of water.
It's now time for a quick break. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Do you have breaking news, community news, and upcoming events? Contact our newsroom at 226-1-I.A.N. or 259-4-I.A.N. or email us at iannetworknews@gmail.com.
Welcome to eFix Investments Limited, your one-stop destination for all your home essentials. Transform your bathroom with our exquisite range of showers, enclosures, luxury bathtubs, modern toilets, faucets, ceramic sinks, and vanities. Enhance your kitchen with our stainless steel sinks. Our extensive selection includes bath, kitchen accessories, as well as security doors. Visit our showroom today at Southern Main Road, Homeland Gardens, Cunupia, and let your dream home become a reality. Call us at 665-2282 or 671-2282. eFix Investments Limited, your home, your style, our passion.
Whether it's 1, 2,
or a truckload of tires,
we've got the perfect tire for every application, ensuring you're ready for any road ahead. Passenger SUV 4x4, heavy or light truck. You name it, we've got the tire that suits your ride perfectly.
From forklifts to industrial giants, construction vehicles, and agricultural workhorses.
We've got the right tire for every job you tackle. Brandtech, your one-stop solution for all your tire needs.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Welcome back, everyone. Colombia has started searching for over 3,000 missing people after a powerful earthquake killed more than 100 on Monday. More in our international roundup.
Search and rescue efforts resumed Tuesday in dozens of cities and towns in western Colombia after a powerful earthquake left over 3,000 missing, with many trapped under the debris. Mayors and governors from Cali, Pereira, Choco, and Manizales said Tuesday at least 179 people had died in those four areas. The federal government, which last updated its estimates in the hours before the 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit Monday, has said at least 111 people died. Around 1,600 buildings across the region have been reported damaged or collapsed. Soldiers, rescue personnel, and families picked through the rubble, passing large pieces of concrete by hand along lines of volunteers. President Abelardo de la Espriella, who was inaugurated just days earlier, traveled to Choco's capital, Quibdó, on Monday night and announced he was mobilizing the entire military and police apparatus to respond, deploying engineers, rescue workers, and search dogs. About 100 firefighters from Mexico were expected to arrive Tuesday to help battle a deadly wildfire that has forced 20,000 people to flee and destroyed homes and other properties near Okanagan Lake in western Canada. The 156 square kilometer fire has killed an 80-year-old woman and burned towards Summerland, a community of about 12,000 people roughly 300 kilometers east of Vancouver. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police have opened a criminal investigation into the cause of the fire, which broke out on Friday. The woman died in Meadow Valley, west of Summerland, while trying to escape. The fire has destroyed numerous homes, but officials said dangerous conditions have prevented crews from completing damage assessments.
It's now time for the weather forecast.
For the period today until midnight, Trinidad and Tobago will expect sunny and hazy conditions, interrupted at times by a few partly cloudy or cloudy periods with showers. There is a 30 to 40% chance of the isolated thunderstorm, especially over western areas of Trinidad. It's a generally fair night despite few isolated showery spells. The Met Service warns that there is a moderate concentration of Saharan dust present in the atmosphere. Sensitive persons should take necessary precautions. And seas are slight to moderate with waves 1 meter to 1.5 in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas.
Here are some more highlights from World Steel Pan Day.
Trinbago led the celebrations in Port of Spain today. Activities took place at several locations, beginning at the Massey Trinidad All-Stars Steel Orchestra Panyard and concluding at the Queen's Park Savannah, where young performers from various steel orchestras were featured. In a news release today, Minister of Culture and Community Development Michelle Benjamin said, although the steel pan has been part of this country's cultural landscape for generations, its international recognition reflects decades decades of work by those who helped shape, refine, and advance the instrument as well as its industry. She praised the national musical instrument for providing young people with an outlet and opportunities to develop discipline, productivity, and tolerance, while also building confidence, creativity, and a deeper appreciation for our cultural heritage. Today's young pianists, Benjamin said, will become tomorrow's composers, arrangers, educators, manufacturers, and cultural representatives.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast. I'm Keisha Marie Charles. On behalf of all of us here, thanks for watching and have a good night.